Yeah, my name's Aaron from Jim's Test and Tag. I'm from Salisbury in South Australia, and yeah, I've been with Jim's for this is my 10th year now. And services I provide are electrical testing and tagging, obviously, fire safety services, so inspecting and testing fire extinguishers, fire hose reels, fire blankets, etc. Emergency and exit lighting testing, and first aid kit supplying and restocking, so do quite a bit of that as well. Initially there were a few peaks and troughs I had to sort of get through. I think it was just a matter of persistence and continually trying to build my business all the time, going out, speaking to people, meeting new people, introducing myself to new people and prospective clients, and also I guess priding myself on the services I provide and keeping a good relationship with my customers that way, and always trying to build that customer relationship. One of the things about us is providing multiple services, I guess also helps with clients, because basically the more services we provide, the less service providers the customer has to worry about obtaining. So I think a lot of customers with the services we provide in the past have probably had different service providers working for a company coming in at different times, and so the customer has to spend time going through and showing them around the business and showing them what needs to be done, whereas with us, or with me especially, we always, because I'm always the face in the business, get to know the people there, get to know how they operate, and sort of know where everything's hidden, all the nooks and crannies, and know where everything is. And I guess just building that familiarity that way. A lot of the clients they're very surprised at the comprehensive reports that we provide. A lot of them have never seen anything like that sort of thing before. A lot of them have just paid the service provider to come in and do the testing, but don't get the compliance documentation and that we supply as thoroughly as we are. That's a feedback that I get quite often. So a lot of things like people using double adapters, piggybacked, and just double adapters in the workplace are just a no-go zone. You just can't go there. But a lot of people sort of piggybacking double adapters and having leads half hanging out, things like that. A lot of areas like under desks and that, where you think it would be pretty clean environment, but things like safety paper clips and that sort of drop down on power board. So if there's a plug gets dislodged slightly by a vacuum cleaner or a foot going in under a desk, that can arc out and cause issues as well. So and then depending on the industry as well, sometimes you get like very dirty or greasy appliances and that, and sometimes sitting in a puddle of oil or something like that, and just things like that. And a lot of that you can just a bit of education to the client as well about the potential that has to cause damage or injury as well. So it's always a two-way street as well with the communication. Well, I do all sorts. I do a lot of construction, warehousing, hospitals, schools, hospitality, and so a really wide range. So that's one of the things I really enjoy about the job, is I'm in a different environment. Some jobs might take up a week or a couple of weeks, but a lot of times I might be doing 2 or 3 in a day, and just the different things you see, and you get to understand how things are made and sort of the services that people provide and how they go about doing that as well. So it's interesting as well. So it is a lifestyle, and being able to set my own hours and agenda. But it's just the interest. Like, I was a production supervisor at Holden before I started doing this, and I was pretty well pulling into the same car park, day on day for 16 years, seeing the same faces. Doing the same sort of jobs, just in different areas, but just the variety and things we're doing with test and tag and fire safety and everything is it's really good and very, very fulfilling. Yes, a lot of people sort of don't see the relevance in it and don't really understand the consequences that they may face if something should go wrong, down the track. So again, it's back to that education and sort of just making people understand their responsibilities in providing a safe workplace and things like that. So it's really just the communication is really important in both ways. I guess really understanding what the client wants and needs, and providing and being able to provide that service for them, and explaining to them all the steps that you've taken to ensure they are safe, and and just some of the being really aware of what the environment around you and taking in all that, and sort of just always be on the look for any potential hazards or accidents waiting to happen, or just any improvements they can make themselves to ensure that their business is safe for themselves, clients, customers, and everything. Okay, I guess the things I really emphasise to people, because I do get a lot of new prospective franchisees, sort of they contact people like myself that have been around for quite a while to ask about the journey from day one. And I guess when I first started off, even at training, we were told to expect peaks and troughs in workloads and cash flow and things like that. And it's just so true, because it really is a roller coaster ride for that. The first year or so, things are up and down. But if you do the right things and build your customer relationship, you start getting referrals from other customers. Your customers pass on your details to someone else that's looking for a service. So I guess that gives you a lot of satisfaction as well, and just gives you confidence that, well, gee, I must be doing something right. And so you just keep building the business. And also, when you're first starting off as well, you just need to get out there, knock on doors, introduce yourself. No one likes doing that. I hated doing it myself, but it just pays off, because sometimes even months or years down the track, I've had people call me and say, oh look, you probably remember me, you dropped off a business card. I'm thinking, no, don't really, sorry, I don't remember you. But we need some test and tag done, or we need the fire safety done, or we need some first aid kits, or whatever. So I guess that gives you satisfaction that that work I did in the background, that background work I did to build the business is really starting to pay off and come through. So
that's great advice.